Today we're going to make some quick and easy salsa. Now this salsa that I'm going to make is not something that you have to cook, not something that you need to use a pressure cooker for or pressure canner. It's quick and easy. It's meant to be made and eaten, or made and put in a jar and put in the refrigerator and to be eaten in a short period of time. It's not something like canned salsa where you can put it on a shelf and then eat it, at a later date. We're not doing any canning. We're not doing any processing. It's a quick and easy salsa. What we start with, of course, is just the cheap canned diced tomatoes. You can use whichever brand you like. I find I like the cheaper brand diced tomatoes. My wife, she prefers Roma tomatoes. She will use Roma tomatoes when she can get them, usually about a dozen for her mix. And hers is usually a little bit milder than mine. Mine's a bit spicier. As you can see, a few of the peppers laying out there. I'm not going to use them all, but I'm just showing you a few of the peppers that can be used and the different variations. Okay, as I said, we started with the tomato sauce, or the diced tomatoes. We're going to use some cilantro. I don't use a whole lot of this. My wife, again, prefers more cilantro than I do. I like just a little bit for flavoring. You'll find that this recipe is trial and error. You find what you like, mix the ingredients as you choose. It's not so much a half a cup of this, a half a cup of that. Here in the plate in the front, I use red onions and then some garlic. Again, to taste how much you want. I don't like a lot of onions. I don't use a lot. Again, you use that to your liking and your taste. Salt and pepper. I was a little shocked when I first made the salsa with the salt and pepper. The salt brings out the flavoring of the tomatoes and the peppers. You want enough salt to bring out the flavor, but not enough salt that it overpowers. The same with the pepper. I actually found the pepper gives it more of the pepper bite than the hot peppers. But you want to find that right balance. And that just comes with time and trial and error. You want to use some lemon juice. Lime juice will work, but lemon juice is better. You want to use a little bit to kind of cut the acidic value of the tomatoes. Some of the peppers I use, the jalapeno, my wife usually uses 1 to 2 jalapenos. And hers is a lot milder than mine. Usually my stock pepper is the serrano pepper. I will usually use 3 to 4 serranos. Sometimes for flavoring, I'll throw in a Thai chili pepper or 2. Depends on how spicy I want it. And sometimes the habanero. That is right out of my garden. I've had that in the freezer, so if it looks like it's a little wet, that is why it's out of the freezer. So is the Thai chili peppers. A lot of times I will just use 3 serranos to 4 serranos. Sometimes I'll use 3 serranos and a habanero. Again, I like mine on the spicy side. You find the taste or the amount of spice that you like. Well, the first step in this is I'm going to mix all of the ingredients except for the tomatoes into my food processor. I like to get the core ingredients first to find that base. And mind you, it's easier to raise the spice level than lower it. So if you don't like spicy foods or you don't like a spicy salsa, go light it first, and as you get your base built, add peppers to it or whatever other flavorings you like. As I said, it's easier to add spice than it is to take away. I'll be right back with you. Okay, in the food processor, I usually start with a little pepper and a little salt. Again, don't go overboard. You can always add more, as I said, which is easier to add more than to take away. And nothing worse than biting into some salsa that is too peppery or too salty. That's about all I use. I find that on the peppers, you can cut them if you choose. If you do, it's easier. Well, it might not. It might be something that you want to wear gloves for. I don't usually worry about it, but some people are more sensitive to it. I just drop them in. Cut the stem off the habanero. Drop it in. The onions and the garlic. A little bit of cilantro. My wife likes the stems and all. I don't care so much for those. I might get a little bit in there. Mainly just the leaves is all I like, and not a lot. And then a little lemon juice. I like a little bit more to mine. A little bit of garlic I missed. I usually just grind it up into a large amount there. Or, I mean, to some fine pieces there. I don't like to grind mine too small. I might stop, see how they look. I know I shouldn't be doing this. My wife would kill me if she saw me doing that. And I'm not using the top either. I'm glad she's not here. After I get them chopped down a bit, I kind of smell, and usually it smells a lot spicier at this level. Oh yeah, that's got a nice bite to it. And, oh yeah, that's where I want that. So, now at this point, I will take my cans of diced tomatoes, and I will drain them in a strainer and drain the juice off. My wife likes hers with a little bit more juice in it than I do. I usually drain mine pretty dry. Again, trial and error. You'll find what you like. And just a moment, let me get those drained. Okay, I have the tomatoes drained. I didn't fully drain them as well as I usually do, but and this isn't the bowl I usually use, so I hope I don't spill them. As I said, this is a quick and easy salsa made to be eaten at the moment or to be refrigerated and eaten in a short period of time. As we're not cooking the tomatoes, we're not canning it or processing it in any way. These are not to put on a shelf or to sit in the refrigerator for a long time. So just a little safety tip there, and a little safety information. Anyway, here we go. that's usually all I grind mine. Oh yes, that smells good. Let me step over here and grab a chip. I should have had some ready. Doesn't that look good? Oh, look at that. All natural, no extra ingredients that you can't pronounce. Very healthy and suited to your taste and your level of spice. Oh, that's good. Excuse me. Would you like one? Oh, the spice got me. Would you like one? Leave your comments, your suggestions, and if you would like, please subscribe. Thank you.